Hey guys, it's Hi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about why time isn't a factor. This is one of the biggest things people in my coaching talk about all the time is I can't stop focusing on the time. I'm always worried about the time, and I just want you to know you don't need to, there's literally no reason to be worried about the time. Literally none. Literally not one reason I can think of to be worried about the time. So let me explain why.
Hey.
You are never running out of time. We're not running out of time. When we know how to manifest, we can literally manifest whatever we want, whenever we want. Literally, you're not going to be like, oh, if I don't manifest this by then, I'm never going to have it. No, it might just be a little different, but you can still manifest it. There's literally nothing saying that you can't manifest after a certain time. You literally can. The only person saying that is you. The only person who's saying that is you. If you're saying, oh, well, I need to manifest by a time crunch, I need to manifest this by a deadline, says who? Who's saying that? You're saying that. Now, that doesn't mean you can't manifest on a time crunch, because you absolutely can, and I will get into that later in this video. The only thing thinking about time is doing is stressing you out. That is literally the only thing it's doing. So why are we doing it? If it's stressing you out, if it's making you focus on the 3D, why are we doing it? Let's talk about the benefits of thinking about time. Okay, let's talk about them. Ready? Let's talk about the consequences of thinking about time. The first one, it's pulling you from the 4D to the 3D. So thinking about time is now pulling you out of the end goal, out of the mentality of living in the end, and it's putting you in this mentality of focusing on the 3D. Because if you were in the end goal, you would not be worrying about time because you would have your desire. If you had your desire, would you be worrying about it being here? Or how long you have until it needs to be here? No, you wouldn't. So it's now pulling you back to focus on the 3D. Another thing is focusing on time causes many people to spiral. That is the biggest doubt people have. The biggest doubt people have is that they're running out of time, or there's only a certain amount of time left, or it's taking a lot of time to manifest, or something like that. It is literally just causing you to spiral and just affirming negative assumptions. Oh, it also forms a habit. It forms a habit of constantly checking your time and how long you've been manifesting, and constantly checking how long you have until the deadline's here. It's just forming a habit of constantly doing this, and when you form a habit, you have to learn how to break the habit. So, and another thing it does is it's making it an issue. Time is not an issue. When you think about time, it's not an issue. It literally is not an issue. Time is literally doesn't matter. It literally is not a huge factor. It doesn't matter with manifesting. Say you've been manifesting something for months and you've been trying to manifest and you don't see any movement. You can decide today that it's going to be here in the next week, and it will be. That's literally how it works. The only reason things are taking long is because you have an assumption that it's taking long. That's literally it. Or you have an assumption that nothing works for you. Or you have an assumption somewhere that's causing resistance. That is literally it. So you're the only one making time an issue because you're the one affirming, or you're the one that has the assumption that, oh shit, this is going to take long for me to manifest. So thinking about that, all of those consequences, why is time even a worry? It's literally not. It's literally not a worry. And say you're manifesting on a time crunch, because I know that's a big one, and I know that's a really big reason why people will focus on the times, because they have a time crunch, they have a deadline, they want to manifest something by a certain date. My biggest advice, I've said this from day one, is if you do not have to set a deadline, if you do not have to set a time crunch, don't. There's literally no reason to do it. All it's going to do is cause all those consequences that come from it if you focus on it. Now, some people totally don't have a problem manifesting on a time crunch. Some people can manifest on a time crunch and not have one single thought about time. If you're someone that knows that you struggle with a little bit of worrying about time, if you don't need to put a deadline on it, don't. There's no reason to do that. But if you do have a deadline and you do want to have a deadline, whatever, it's literally as easy as deciding that it's going to be here. So if you decide that it's going to be here and you tell yourself, this is going to be here when I say it's going to be here, guess what? It's going to be here. So why are you worrying about it? If you are saying that it's going to be here, it's going to be here. So stop stressing about it. Whatever you assume to be true is true. So if you're affirming this is going to be here by my deadline, that's going to happen. But if you're affirming this is going to be here by my deadline, but I only have this amount of time left. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if this is going to happen. Guess what's going to happen? Whatever you're persisting on is going to happen. So if you're persisting on the fact that it's not going to be here, guess what's going to happen, guys? It's not going to be here by your deadline. But if you're telling yourself that you're so good at manifesting, you're so good at time crunches, you get everything so fast, guess what's going to happen? That's going to happen. That exactly is going to happen. You are going to be good at manifesting, and you're going to get your desire fast, and you're going to get it by the time crunch. And you can even go as far as revising the fact that you always manifest fast. You have always manifested fast. You've always manifested perfectly on a time crunch. Things like that. I always tell people that when you're affirming on a time crunch, you put a lot of energy into how much time you have left. How much time you have left, is this going to manifest by the time I want it to manifest, things like that. But if you took that energy and instead stopped worrying about the deadline, stopped worrying about the time that you have left, and put it into persisting, you would 110% have it before your deadline. You probably would. But you're putting that energy somewhere else. You're putting it into doubts and stressing about things and focusing on the 3D. But if you just stopped and were like, you know what, I'm just going to focus on living in the end and persisting in the end goal, you're going to have your desire by your end goal, whether you have the deadline or not. That's literally it. That's why time's not a factor. It literally does not matter. Also, literally, no matter where you are in life, you are going to manifest. We manifest everything in our life. We manifest every single day. Everyone manifests. There's no way around it. There's no way beating around the bush. Sorry. It's just about, are you going to decide what manifests, or are you going to leave it up to your thought patterns? That's literally it. So why is time a factor when you are going to be manifesting for the rest of your life? That's literally it. But that is it for today's video. I hope that made sense. I hope this was a little bit of a insight as to why you need to stop worrying about time. It doesn't help. It doesn't do anything. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, watching these videos helped you manifest. Say it with me. Watching these videos helped me manifest. Watching these videos helped me manifest. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.